Hello, Naders. My name is One Right. There's a video somewhere in my stuff that explains what that's all about. But anyways, right off the bat, a really interesting video. I really enjoyed it, and I know that somewhere along the bottom here, there's a ton of other, ton of other videos responding to. Actually, you have to click your back button to get to that. Yeah, click back. You can see the video responses and. Yeah, anyways, they're not to this video, they're to your video. So, you probably won't get to this video. However, I still would like to respond to it because it was a really interesting approach to a really interesting conversation, which is, do you ever wonder what it would be like to be somebody else? Yes and no. And yes and no at the same time again. Actually, yes and no at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. I actually did something that's not me in this particular video. Here, let me fix that. There. Is that better? I don't know. Let's try. Voila. That's a little better. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to hide the floof at first, but it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it was a really interesting topic to get really right into this. Yes and no at the same time, as I said before. And you were all talking about how, it would be different to go back and do it all over again and change the way you did things to, just, be somebody else, than who you are today. There's one situation I can actually remember right now, which is actually a really weird situation that I remember. Actually, I should say it's weird that I remember it. I was being babysat by my uncle. I was playing Warcraft on his computer, and I was really into it. And he offered to take me and my sister to McDonald's because he was babysitting us, and I said no, because, I really liked the game. I came to find out later that he was going to take us to an arcade, which I was really pissed that he didn't tell me about that after. Yeah, I've always wanted to rewind time back to that moment. Something pointless, but hey, that's something that stands out in this mind. Don't know. Anyways, so moving along, you were saying there's this whole no regrets thing, and it's well, actually, you said there's a saying about back, it wasn't regrets. It's actually, if I think correctly of what you're trying to get to, it's never looking back or too far in front of me. The present is a gift, and I just want to be. It's by this man, I think it's this man. I think he's the original quoter of it. Common Sense. Really excellent artist if you haven't heard of him before. Better than any of this. Yes, get my composure. And so, the moral of the story. No, I'm not reciting a song. Okay. So to really go on this whole who I am and what the past has made me, and if I could change it and how complicated that would make things. I mean, it would be totally complicated because I could go and be what if I would have never left moving or living in Ottawa, and I would have stayed there, and what if I would have been in school and all this mumbo jumbo, because it just proliferates after that. Well, I can say I love who I am today, so I wouldn't change any of that for the world. However, I'm still interested to know who I would have turned out to be, because no matter what, I think I would have loved myself. So that means now I love myself. Either way. So in other words, yeah. So ultimately, all that moving stuff, I ended up going through a lot of bull crap in my life, whoop-de-doo, and went to high school and eventually started smoking a lot of drugs. Good for you on not doing that. Seriously, actually, I wouldn't really say I wouldn't want to do it, because now that I have and gotten past it, I'm kind of glad that I went through it, and now I understand a different perspective on life. However, I would still, thanks to that fact, probably do it every once in a blue moon kind of thing, just as a celebratory thing. Plus it can you know what I'm saying? Oh, whew. a lot of thoughts coming out of nowhere, things, you know what I'm saying? But, in essence, you know, I went through a lot of bullshit, and it was all like, hey, I'm smoking some weed. And like you said, I wouldn't recommend it to people unless, of course, you're planning on still going to school and you can actually cognitize, I think that's a word, things in school while you're high. Otherwise, I would say don't do it. But that whole, like, wanting to be somebody famous, just doesn't, I just don't get that. I don't know. I just, like, not wanting to be somebody famous, because I mean everybody wants to be famous. Like, I would want me, Tyrone Lamoureux, to be famous, but I mean that's so egotistical. It's like I want to be better than people. It's like, no, I just want to be good at what I'm good at, and you know, be good at what I do. And if I so happen to get recognized for such a thing, I mean, so be it. Rock on. I'm still gonna, you know, be like, hey, listen, man, I got to where I am because I was me, and you can get to where you'll be because you'll be you. You know what I mean? And I mean, the end result stems from, like, you know, you being you. And if people try to be other people, then, like, that creates, like, a it just doesn't work because you're not that person. And it just happens so much, and it's like, stab with the pencil. Why do I even have a pencil? Anyways, it's just ridiculous. People, like, it's one thing to wonder, but it's another to actually try. For, like, you know, example, when Eminem came out, everybody was like, hey, I want to be a white rapper, and I want to dress like him, and, you know, grab my crotch like him. And it's like, Eminem got to where he is because he did what he did, and that was that. And that's because he was Eminem. That's why he did that whole all you other Slim Shadys, whatever the fuck. I don't really like Slim Shady, but blah. That's why he did that, because you are who you are, he is who he is, and that's how it is. I'm rambling, but that's okay. I figured I might get somewhere in this. It's like a thinking cap or something. Kind of Russian or some shit. I got it for Christmas. It was cool. I was like, yeah. But, yeah. So we were just kind of talking about people and wanting to be other people. That's not a good thing. You should diverge from that. Not you, the person I'm responding to, but you, the random person that's thinking, I want to be this person. However, that kind of goes into, like, you see somebody with, like, all this stuff, and you're like, I hate that person. I hate him because he has that, and I want it. And that's all, like, wrong. But if that person was all like, hey man, have some of this, you'd be like, dude, you're my hero. You'd be like, yeah. And then you'd be all like, and it would be happy times. But if they never did that, and they were planning on it, and then before they did that, they, like, went bankrupt or something, you'd be like, yeah, strike one for the team, yeah. That was mean. Wait a second. I don't even think this is related. Shit. Oh, shit. I'm making a video. What was I doing again? Oh, bye. I totally remember exactly what's one of the things I was gonna say, man. No, I'm not high, by the way. One of the things I was gonna say was, oh, right. Every person is like a $5 bill. Alone, that $5 bill is like a small amount of money. But when you get a bunch of $5 bills together, that could be a lot of money, man. And that could do a lot together. You're right. That's right. So, like, you can come back, black thing.